I have no idea where I am or where I'm going, but apparently the port is this way. Ferry Noriba. Okay, I found it. We're back in business. Maybe this is a good idea? Okay, I'll take this. Pre-washed rice. Let's hope they have a rice cooker. I said I was gonna stop drinking when I got here. Goodbye. I want to buy eggs, but there's just no way they're not gonna break on the ferry. Like, that would be so stupid. Maybe I can buy edamame there. And some onigiri. I'll just eat onigiri forever. Holy shit, I think that might be teshima. Or teshima, and I'm a heathen. But I have my kombini food, which is probably like 2 days worth, to be honest. But I think there's a cafe on the island, and I can just eat rice if I need to. So now I am, so early, like 30 minutes early, which is early for me. And to be fair, this morning I was an hour early for my train, which is unheard of. And I didn't really know what to do with myself. It's like, where's this beautiful sense of panic that I usually have running through the station? Instead, I was just kind of leisurely strolling with my suitcase. Anyway, God, it's hot. I actually do get seasick, but I think ferries will be okay. Let's hope.あ、さつまいも。はい。お、美味しそう。ありがとうございます。いえいえ。今勉強していますが。あ、はい。このなんか3ヶ月間ぐらい。はい。はい。カフェで働き。つまり。どこのカフェ？あ、実は名前わからない。今日は最初着きましたから。今日来た？今日なんか1時間前？はい。本当に暑い。私は。暑い。はい。あ、今日でも涼しい。でも群馬から来ました。そうなの。群馬も暑い。いやいや、群馬はもうなんか15度ぐらい。上の方。うん。うん。はい。そう、びっくりしました。なんかもう夏に戻りました。今日まだ涼しい。今日とか興味がある人は。手島直島って結構知ってるみたいな、だからそれの関係で、来るんで、さっきアメリカ人の人は言ってました。ああ、そっか。そう、なんか有名なのって聞いたら手島直島、日本人の方が多分手島直島って知らない人多いと思う。特に関東、東京とか神奈川県横浜とか、群馬とかあんまり知らない人もいて、あ、そうですか。そう、普通の人は本当に建築とアーキテクト、アート、好きな人しか多分知らない。確かになんか私は、美術が大好きだからはい、なんかちょっと調べて、そして手締めを見つけましたけど、そうなんか普通の日本人の観光者は多分、そう多分知らない、知らなかった。あ、そうですね。はい。あ、面白い。This is super beautiful and so calm. Whoa, who are you? Damn, that's a big bird. Okay, so I made it to Teshima. It feels kind of weird to be here in that it's, I don't know, it's really Japanese. Like where I'm living, I'll show you in a minute. It kind of makes me remember in the Ghibli movies where you have just really mundane, you know, day-to-day scenes. So like a kitchen or, you know, like a room where someone sleeps. Miyazaki makes it incredible because he puts so much attention into the detail and he really romanticizes the mundanity and the detail. And I almost feel like that's what I'm enjoying so much about this place that I'm living. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah. But I've been here about an hour and already I'm so interested. Like there were all of these abandoned old buildings and only tourists walking around. It's like, it reminds me of Venice, to be honest. So I'd really like to meet more locals and just talk more about the people that have lived on this island their whole lives, the change that they've seen, whether or not it was within their lifetime that people started to disappear from the island and then this big project to get people back in. And I'd also like to talk to people that have moved here. So the Kentaro was saying that there's a few foreigners that have moved here to set up businesses, but also people that have moved from Japan, like not Japan, yeah, like Japanese people that have moved here to also set up businesses. So I would really like to talk to them. Yeah. And I want to go to the art gallery, but it's not open on a Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And I don't think I'll have time today. So far, I'm just feeling really like happy and positive and like, this is fucking cool. And I'm sort of excited to be living by myself again. Actually, when I post this, I don't think I'm going to post about my time in Gunma, but met some really lovely people, made some really close friends, and we lived together, right? So it was like saw them every single day when I woke up. Whereas now it's gonna just be me for the next month. But I quite like that. There's some like beauty to be had in solitude, you know, like I can practice Japanese, I can meditate and do my yoga and all of that stuff. Presumably, don't know, maybe the job will be super intense, but I realized I've now been talking for 5 minutes, so over and out. This, by the way, is my room. That's my half unpacked suitcase. So that's my futon where I'll be sleeping. And then here's like, I don't know, living room, like a little room to draw in, I guess. And then I'll show you downstairs. This is like the dining room. This I love. This is the kitchen. Really reminds me, I lived in Florence for a couple months over COVID. And for some reason, it really reminds me of that kitchen there. And it has a rice cooker, so I'm happy. What else can I show you? To be honest, that's it. Ooh, just noticed this. Beautiful. I will have to draw that at some point. Yeah. So that is the little house. And there's a tiny shrine. Nice. Okay, so it's actually very bright and I can barely see. But what is this? I have been traveling through Japan for 4 months now. And I've landed in a place called Teshima, which is an island. It's near Shikoku. I don't think it's actually classed as Shikoku, but it's close. And I sort of wanted to start recording what I'm doing. I think firstly because it's fun to look back on this, it always is. Secondly, because I'm here by myself for 1 month and I'm gonna have shit all else to do. So it's nice to have some kind of project where I can record this. And actually thirdly, because Teshima is really interesting. I'm super curious about this place, but I'm also terrified of snakes, and that's a big spider that I don't think you can see, but it is. But I think I'm gonna draw this. Oh, そういうこと。美味しそう。あ、大丈夫か。大丈夫。ギリギリ大丈夫かな。Is that people will buy fruit for a present You know, so like omiyage or like tanjobi present or yeah, people you could receive like a peach, like a really nice peach or like some really nice strawberries.
Yeah, peach and pears.
I think I'm a bit drunk. I said I was gonna stop drinking when I got here. Good morning. I am walking to work. It's like 9:30. There is nobody on the streets, and I'm a bit hungover if I'm honest. And I'm hungry because I had like onigiri, obviously, because I bought it at the convenience, but like fridge cold onigiri is just not that great. And there was coffee, but I wasn't sure if I should drink it. So I feel very undercaffeinated. But also I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee because I'm trying to break my massive addiction to it again. Anyway, I have arrived, so I finished my work and I got a duvet because last night was really cold. And now I don't really know what to do with myself because all the cafes are closed because it's Tuesday. So I think I'll probably just do some writing and maybe just buy like a can of coffee from the vending machine and then go on a bit of a cycle ride and do some exploring, and then I have call at 1 to like do a placement test for my Okinawa language school. So they had this in Gunma as well, where people would just sell their vegetables. But unfortunately the only thing left is goya, which is super bitter and not great. I'm so tired, but I need to buy some groceries. It's kind of sad, but I think I just got massively overcharged at the supermarket. So I got some tea, some apples, some onions, and sweet potato. And it was like 1,750 yen, which is like, I don't know, 9 quid? Which is a lot. You know, like in Gunma, this would be 100, maybe 200 yen. This would be like maybe, okay, 200 yen. Sprouty potatoes, like 200 yen for 6. This would be, okay, 300 yen. It's like 900 yen. So, yeah. And then I talked to her a bit and I was like, hey, I'm living here for a month. She said, oh, okay, cool. I lived in Teshima my whole life, bye. Pretty much. Oh well. I'm supposed to have my call with the Okinawa language school, and I woke up 10 minutes ago from a nap and I have a pillow grease on my face. I feel so groggy. I've had to come to the cafe because my place doesn't have Wi-Fi, and have 3 minutes to join the call actually. And I bought some coffee from a vending machine. But also I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee. It's super sugary. So I haven't had lunch yet either. It's like 10 minutes later and it's still here. What was I doing? But I'm also now playing a very dangerous game because they haven't joined the Zoom yet, and it's like 1:10. So if they join, they're gonna see me doing this. Okay, so I just walked, I was gonna say around the island, I didn't. I walked like 20 minutes near the port. And there are no restaurants or cafes or grocery shops open. So I'm gonna try and cook some food, which I was kind of putting off, to be honest, because I don't know what anything is. And I only have, well, at least I have pre-washed rice. So that's one less thing to do. I don't know what I'm gonna make. What do I even have? Like edamame that I bought from the convenience, some onions, some really expensive onions. Let's see. Now we make some rice, some pre-washed rice. But there's no water, hot water, unless I turn it on. Actually, my friend Bibi told me for the first time 3 months ago that you don't need to wash up with hot water, because in reality, the thing that's killing the bacteria is the washing up liquid. It's not the heat of the water. So now I'm a big advocator of washing up with cold water. This is such an interesting thing to watch. Wow. I think only my parents will be watching this and probably finding it very amusing. So apologies to everyone else who is like, I want to see some Japan content, and instead they get me talking about my epiphanies on the use of water when washing up and washing up a rice bowl. And I realised that I'm not helping myself. I'm going to turn this off. I'm a liar and I'm heating up an onigiri in the microwave because I realised I need to eat it.